together. Xavier was from Austria originally, and back in the late 1800s, visited Philadelphia here in the US and discovered that there was an opportunity here to bring this beautiful quality. He was a classical trained artist from Austria, and what we have in this collection are created stones. This is in fact the absolutes. Absolutes are exclusive here to HSN. They are simulating the very, very best in gemstone quality, the very finest. For example, you know, for a diamond, you know, the best quality is a diff diamond, decolored, internally flawless. That's what we've got here. Now, the Xavier, this is absolute and created Corundum. So Corundum, the very famous sapphire and ruby. This starting off with a sapphire here, $39.95. Again, it's a created stone, but this is where, if money was no object to you and I, and we went into a store to find the very best in either ruby, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds, these are the types of quality we're buying. But look at the design here. The history books are full of the elements of jewelry, the changes, the directions, the styles and the looks of jewelry, and they've been encapsulated here. This bold shapes, you've got this amazing collaboration. You've got baguette cuts, square cuts, huge emerald cut here in the center. And these are cut by master gem cutters. So yes, they're created, but there's huge amount of effort that goes into it. The scroll work in the design, the finish on this, $39.95. Your flex pay is just under $10. The original HSN price on this one, $129.95 for this show. And as I said in the previous hour, if you're just tuning in, you have excellent timing, because to acquire this for less than $40 is extraordinary. So in an estate sale, you think about that. I know that in Sydney on a Saturday, in the paper on Saturday, there would always be the auction houses for the Sunday, and you could go along and do the viewing. You do the viewing ahead of time, and then of course would come the auction. Now, more often than not, the auctions are well beyond my means, but just to go and look, and that's what we've got in this entire Xavier collection, because it does take, in fact, many of these pieces are taken from those catalogs and then recreated to what we're seeing now. So if you picture these in a time gone by, whether it be, you know, a beautiful garden afternoon tea, or, you know, going off to a gala event, or, you know, because jewelry and gems, if you think about it, were just for the upper echelon of society. It wasn't until democracy came about in the Industrial Revolution where, in fact, gems and jewelry really became attainable for you and me. So this type of look in genuine diamonds, in genuine sapphire, would be astronomically, I mean, it'd be hundreds of thousands of dollars minimum, because of the quality of the stones, because of the finish and the craftsmanship. $39.95. And, you know, when it comes to just those pieces, maybe you're out during this weekend, out last night, out yesterday, and seeing different pieces and just falling in love with them and think, oh, I don't have anything quite like that. This is the show. This is the show. Size 8 is just gone. Look at the finish here. So you got that corundum there, you got that beautiful ruby look there, you got the milligrain setting all the way through. Stunning with it. So you got a choice there in the sapphire and the ruby, from my understanding. Just gorgeous when you look at it. So there you go.